Hey everyone, Eric Broadbent here, host of EVH Gear Discussion, coming to you with another update from the road in a Chevy Camaro. Beautiful, almost spring day here. As I head out on the highway, it says 0 degrees on my display right now, so that does seem very cold, but it's actually nice. Sun is out, sunroof's open, feels really, really good. I'm just off to a photography shoot. I'm going to shoot some photos this afternoon, actually early this morning, around lunchtime here, whatever. And looking forward to that. It's a beautiful day to be on the highway for sure. Thought you might as well come to you and give you some updates. Well, multitask, right? I can't be in front of the computer right now and building websites and all that kind of good stuff that I do, so I might as well make use of my time and make the drive go by a little bit better too. So it's almost like I'm bringing you with me on the shoot on the highway. So a few things that have happened as of recent. Thought I'd just try to address them in no particular order, just letting you know what's going on. I got a really cool email last night from George Pahone Jr. For those of you that don't know who George is, a phenomenal musician, best known with his work as a guitarist for Black Eyed Peas, and his most recent project, Cairo Knife Fight, amazing group. Look those guys up on YouTube, trust me. 2 guys, they sound like a 6-piece band, amazing. Cairo Knife Fight, look them up. Had the chance to, George was on the show last year and was a really, really good guest. Got to see some cool stuff inside his studio down there in California. But he's going to come back on the show. And I got to meet him finally in person at NAMM. Was really cool. It was very brief. We had a few words back and forth a couple times. It was nice. Took a cool photo with him. And I invited him back on the show, and I wanted him to play on the show as well. You're noticing now on the show I'm having guests perform a lot more. It's pretty cool. You're going to come to expect that now on the show. Whenever I have a really good guitar player on the show, I'm going to have him perform, and it's going to sound really good. Trust me, I'm putting a lot of effort into the technology to making the sound very, very good. Not just the video, but the sound. It's going to be a lot more interactive with the guest. So George is going to come back on. He said yes, he would love to come on. He would love to perform, and his new album from Cairo Knife Fight is dropping right away. It's coming up very, very soon. Within, I think, at least the new single, I think, if I'm not mistaken, coming up within the next few weeks. So he wants to try and target around that release of the album or the single. I forget what it is. I have to double check. But nonetheless, new material is dropping, and he wants to do it around that. So I am honored not only to have him come back on the show, but to perform on the show. And that's a real treat for EVH Gear Discussion viewers for sure. So looking forward to that. Something else, yesterday I put up a new podcast episode on iTunes. Look up EVH Gear Discussion in iTunes. You just type in EVH Gear and you'll find the podcast. It wouldn't be a bad idea to subscribe to it as well too, because you'll get notified on your device that I've put up new podcast episodes, episodes, multiple if I do multiple. Don't have a lot up there right now, and unfortunately, like I said, even on the podcast, I've said it here on the YouTube channel, that I don't always get the opportunity to focus on the podcast, but I still want to give it love for sure, because people are there and they're subscribing to it. I wish I could measure the analytics of it. I can't really see that like I can see on YouTube, but check it out. It's really neat. It's I gave it's kind of a tip session. It's 5 tips for getting out of a guitar rut. I've been in them before. I'm sure I'll be in them again. I haven't been in one for a while, which is good, knock on wood. I haven't been in a rut for a while. It just means that things around me are making me happy. And generally, when things around you are positive, you don't tend to get in any negative ruts. I'm not saying that won't happen again, but 5 tips for getting out of a guitar rut. I also discuss my thoughts on the Van Halen rumors, Sammy, Dave, all that kind of stuff. Just my personal opinion and take on it. I'd really love to see it happen, but you'll hear me talk a lot about that in depth in the podcast. Another easy way to get to the podcast, go to the website, evhgeardiscussion.com. And there's all kinds of links right on there to get to the iTunes, to also follow on all the various social media platforms. I'd love to see my Instagram channel for myself, Eric Broadbent Solo, is doing pretty decent. But I'd really love to see some love on the EVH Gear Discussion Instagram account. So follow me on Instagram at instagram.com/EVH Gear Discussion. Just type in EVH Gear Discussion in Instagram and find me. And I should have started that account first, because I've got something like 1,300 on my personal one, and just a little over 500 on EVH Gear Discussion. And to be honest with you, I want to put more effort into that one as opposed to my own personal one. They're almost the same anyways. I talk about the same almost on both, but I'd like to see that one grow. So shoot me some love on Instagram. That'd be great. A lot of really cool stuff coming out. Had a good show last Friday with Jamie Humphries. He's over in Stockholm, Sweden, and he got to do some performing on the show. It was really cool. Some Van Halen, 2 boogie type shuffles, without being Van Halen material, very Van Halen-esque. It was really, really cool. Let me see what's going on. This video will become dated after the fact, so you might be watching this video after about what I'm talking about here. But tomorrow night on the show, March 24th, I've got Rob Cunningham from Didario coming on. I always say Didario. I don't know how to pronounce it properly. I've been a Didario. I've called it that for years. I'm not sure what the right way is to say that. But he's coming on, and we got some great gifts to give away. It's 3 packages, 3 prize packages that we're giving away. So actually, that's one of the things I talked about the podcast earlier. And the podcast actually contains a trivia question. So one of my 5 guitar tips will be used as a question in tomorrow night's episode to give away some cool stuff from Didario. It's going to be really, really awesome. Looking forward to that one. Next week, I've got Keith and Andy from the Guitar Guru Network coming on the show. Wrapping up my pedal board project. There again, too, that's talked about in the podcast. See, there's a good reason why you want to check out these audio podcasts, because I talk about some cool stuff. But I'm really greatly looking forward to getting my pedal board built. I got the pedal board in from Idea Bench. You saw it on the channel here. If you haven't seen it, you can look back and you can see me unboxing the pedal board. Got the new custom snake from Pedal Snake. Thank you, Jody Page. Thank you to Rick and Joanna at Idea Bench. So I've got all that. I'm just waiting on one final piece of the puzzle, and it was shipped just yesterday. It's coming from Strymon. Thank you to the team at Strymon, and also thanks to the other people I just thanked, because it's all because of those guys and girls. I'm getting the Strymon. I'm not sure if it's now the OJ or the Zuma. I think that's what it's called. One of the 2 power supplies is coming from those guys, and that's going to be my pedal power in conjunction with the Snake. So it's been a multi-part project that I've been filming, and waiting for that last piece. And I think probably today or tomorrow, regardless of that piece there, I'm going to at least get started on the video shoot of attaching the pedal snake to the Idea Bench Fastback. And there's a special little mount. It looks very, very cool too. It comes through a bit of a receptacle on the Idea Bench, and then will be fastened a certain way. You can practically almost pick up the pedal board with the pedal snake. It's almost that strong. Really looking forward to that, because right now my pedals are all unhooked, and nothing is hooked up to the amplifier. So I haven't really done any playing to the amp in a couple days, because a lot of people know I'm the pedal guy. I like to have my comfort zone of pedals. So there's twofold reason why I want to get this video shot. Number one, I want to please my endorsers, sponsors, whatever you want to say, and I want to get playing my guitar rig again. So definitely have multiple reasons for getting that done. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Just a beautiful day. Figured this is a great way just to address all issues I'm thinking of and make my drive a little better and bring you for the ride, like I said earlier in this episode here as well. So hopefully you're liking the channel. The channel is growing. Getting some kind feedback, great feedback, positive vibes. Just over 2,600 subscribers. Doesn't seem like a lot to some of these other successful people that are out there. But you know what? Everyone starts somewhere, and I'm very, very pleased. I'm going to be doing that draw like I promised at the 3,000 subscriber mark. I'm going to, I haven't figured out how I'm going to do it yet. It's going to be a little different, what's the word I'm looking for, procedure than I used when I gave away all that big stuff last year. It was like $2,000 worth of stuff. I wasn't happy with how I organized that one, but regardless, you learn, right? It's a learning curve. I'm going to be giving away a Wolfgang standard guitar. I just haven't determined yet which color I want to give away, whether it's going to be like one of the solid colors or the 2 transparent models. I really like the transparent ones. We'll see. But I am going to give away a guitar at 3,000 subscribers. It'll be some kind of a random draw. So definitely a reason to be subscribed to the channel. If you haven't yet, and this is the first video you're watching, it doesn't take much to hit that subscribe button. I promise to work really hard for you to keep you coming back and to earn your views. And nothing wrong with rewarding people with the giveaways here and there. That's something I can promise, that you'll have a lot on this channel, a lot of giveaways. It's my way of thanking you for tuning in a lot of times every week. multiple times a week sometimes. So subscribe right now if you haven't. I'd really appreciate it. And thumbs up and comment these things too. It does help tremendously. Other people that may not discover the channel, with some good interaction, thumbs up and likes and comments will help others find this stuff too. So you're kind of doing me a favor, and you're doing some of your friends a favor too that might enjoy this content too. It's nice to have you on the road with me today. Keeping at a nice steady 115 clicks. It's a beautiful day for the drive. Traffic isn't too bad. A lot of trucks on the highway. Good friend Joe Wentz will appreciate that. Never know. Wonder if Joe Wentz ever comes up here to Canada. Be cool. Some other cool stuff happening. Some guitar shows coming up in Ontario. Might try to check out some of those. Thanks to some friends on Facebook for sending me links and stuff like that. Let me see what else. I'll try to wrap this up soon. You're probably getting very bored of hearing me talk. Had a nice unboxing of some gifts last week. Richard Beardsley, I think he's from over in the UK as well too, sent me a couple of his band CDs. That was really nice. And I mentioned also, here again, I'm going to reference the podcast. A lot of people have been asking me for my address. They want to send me stuff. I appreciate that. It's very, very nice. Very kind of you to want to offer and have me either unbox it on the show or just, that kind of stuff. And I just haven't got to the point yet where I'm going to say newsflash and put up my post office box on the YouTube channel and just advertise it for the world, because you get some real big fans out there, some moderate fans, some diehard fans, and you also get the trolls out there too that just can't wait to send you a severed cow's head or something. So I'd rather not just put my address out there. But for now, if the diehards and the fans and friends want to send something, send me an email to fanmail@evhgeardiscussion.com, and I'll be more than happy to personally write you back and give you a post office box directly to you that you can send something to, and let me know it's on the way, and I'll watch for it, and I'll let you know when it comes in, and I'll do a special midweek unboxing on the air, and I will promise to credit you for it, thank you for it, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it. So that's for all the people that have been asking about that. So really not too much else to say. Just thank you again for the support. As always, thank you for the kind words, and just thank you for believing in what I do on the channel. I do have a lot of things I'm working on hard to make the technology better, the look better. The content I'm quite happy with. I think the content is coming along. There's still room for improvement. There's lots of room for improvement. I'll be working on that, but I'm going to be working on a nice look for you guys and girls that are watching the show. Just taking the look of the studio to the next level. That's the hardest part, is getting that look. And right now it's all solo, man. I'm investigating all the tricks and tips and all that kind of stuff. It's just me doing it, so it's a learning curve. So have some patience with me, and I guarantee if you look back from where the show started and where it is now, there's been some evolution, baby steps, but it's coming along. Anyways, that's it. Talked way too long. I'm sure we're somewhere around almost 25 minutes or something like that. It's way too long for an update from the road. But Eric Broadbent, host of EVH Care Discussion, EVHCareDiscussion.com, coming to you from the road in the Chevy Camaro. Chevy, please sponsor me. That'd be great. Hey, and you know what? Last thing, anybody that's got some connection with Pirelli, or anybody that works in car shops or detail shops or garages, whatever, you need a website. I need some Pirelli tires. I need some Pirelli tires really, really bad. I've got the Pirelli racing tires on this thing, and my back ones are balder than a baby's butt. I'm not going to say how that's happened, why they're so bald. The car's fast, tires are bald. Do the math. So anyone needs a website, want to do a barter exchange for some really high-end Pirelli tires, message me, okay? All right, I'm letting you go. Everyone have a great weekend. We're almost there. Until next time, cheers.